Greetings, we're cruising and crooning from the middle of Fort Wayne, Indiana. And who is the coolest senior living community based in Fort Wayne, Indiana?
Priority Life Care.
This is a great for your posterity. What's the story? What's the story to Priority?
When the crisis hit, the financial crisis hit at the mid 2000s, I had a little bit of lag time in what we were doing from a lending capacity. Nobody was doing anything. And so I went home and I would hang out with my mom, and she would come home every day and tell us stories about these people who had to move either to nursing homes or find some other place to live because they ran out of money.
And they didn't want the people that they employed to help the residents find someplace else to go. And that was the hardest part for me.
So my background from my collegiate days was in statistics. So I knew the Silver Tsunami was on its way. I knew that we were going to have a lack of resources from adult children who had lost their jobs and their 401ks. And there was also going to be a lack of resources from a state perspective to be able to continue to pay the high-priced per-day dollars for skilled nursing. And that the new generation coming up were going to want some other options, you know? And that they were going to want to be able to stay in what would ultimately be their homes. And so we re-engineered the numbers, looking for opportunities for, kind of like a donut hole in these tertiary and secondary markets for ways to figure out how to make assisted living an affordable option.
Right.
And I always say, you know what, though? It's about the care and not the chair.
Is that your line? Is that your line?
That's my line. You don't need to have a fancy anything, but if you walk in and you feel at home and you feel taken care of and you feel listened to and supported, then that's what matters.
From my perspective, because I live in a small town and I'm caring for these people that I grew up with. One of them was my old teacher, and she was in that weird place where she was running out of money, and you knew you had to tell her family she had to go someplace else. So when Sevy and I started talking about it, I thought, this is a great idea. And I believe in everything Sevy and Bobby want to do. So it would have.
That's
the best part for me is being part of it. I am so excited to be in a position where I can help my kids create this legacy for their family.
But we're people who care for people who care for people. And we don't believe that anybody would come to work for us. We believe they come to work with us. And we are here to support them, and we exist because of them.
Born in the USA, I was born